And welcome, everybody, to the 18th round at the ASCA's 7th season. Tonight, we are here from Texas Motor Speedway for the running of the Bandit GFX 180. There are 3 races to go here in this incredible championship fight we've watched all season long between Alexander Hyder and James Thurston. And coming into tonight, it's as close as it's ever been. 9 points between James Thurston and AJ Hyder after Thurston's triumphant win at Martinsville. I'm joined once again here by the one, the only Armani DePaul. Armani, how are things going with you tonight?
All I'm going to say for the viewers at home is be ready for
he's doing
greatness.
Something. He's doing something.
Be ready for travesty. Be ready to have your ears absolutely destroyed. Because, should I say what it is or should I just...
I think that we should keep it a little surprise, all right? Because we're doing something new tonight, viewers. I'm sure a lot of you will be very excited for.
Y'all are going to love what I have in store. Like, this is going to put ASCA on the map.
It better. It's about time. We need to get on the map. All right, but we're coming into tonight. 3 races to go in the championship, and after these, first 6 races, we were under the impression that it was over, that AJ Hyder was going to run away with this title, and he would finally secure that championship that he's been fighting for about 5 seasons now. But last week, he had to take the week off. He had some events that he had to take to outside the sim, and that has allowed both James Thurston on the outside looking and Connor Jafari, who is 28 points back, to get back into the title hunt. What do you expect out of James Thurston here tonight, since he's now back in the points lead for the first time in months?
Well, I think now that he's actually taken the points lead over Hyder, I think that's going to really rejuvenate Thurston. Especially looking at practice early on, he's actually ahead of Hyder by about a couple hundredths. So I think that now we're going to have a rejuvenated Thurston that's really going to push it to the very end. And probably Hyder too. I mean, I think the fight, like you said, is back on. Trafari, we'll see what he does, and who he'll take out to get there. But, I think the fight's really going to come down to, as we said all year, Hyder and Thurston. So with that being said, I think it's going to be really, really fun for these last few races.
And what about Hyder? This is the first time throughout this entire chase that Hyder has had competition to deal with. He's also a little bit rusty coming off his first off week of the season. What do you expect out of him tonight?
I think Hyder will be fine. I mean, ASCA's no stranger to having off weeks. I mean, every 3 races we take off. So I think Hyder will be fine in terms of the rust. I think he'll be fine also in terms of pace. I think he's going to be up there. You're going to have your usual Thurston, your Hyder battle. So I think he'll be fine. He'll probably have a little more urgency, this time around compared to maybe other rounds where he can kind of just relax. But I think he'll just do what Hyder does. Run up front, take care of his equipment, and be there at the end.
Let's take a look through some of our guys in the field. Here's Jeremiah Brooks coming across the start-finish line. He's right now running near the bottom of the board, about half a second off the fastest time. He has not been active this season. He showed up at Martinsville, got into a bit of a tangle with James Youngaman, looking to turn things around here this time around. Here's Wayne A. Kennedy on the track. Once again, a new scheme. I believe that this is a throwback. He's been running throwbacks these last couple of weeks. He ran a throwback to Sulphur Green's Dr. Pepper car. No, I'm sorry. It was actually to a D2 Season 6 Dr. Pepper car. Coca-Cola car that he labeled with Dr. Pepper. It was a very one-off thing. I don't even remember the driver that ran it. This one's a little bit familiar, though. He's running a shadowy car. If you guys remember from Season 5, we had Shadowy, one of the hotshot rookies during that season. Iconic for his very rambunctious paint schemes that he ran in. Here's one of them with his bubbly car. We have Owen Chabinski, and in old fashion, there's Owen Chabinski sitting with a wrecked race car on the apron. Who is really shocked? Yeah, no one's shocked about that one. Want to give a big shout out to Nicholas Budimlik. He had the best run of his season at Martinsville. Was in contention near the end until there was contact between him and Kyle Terzak late in the going that set up those green-white checkered attempts. Looking to replicate that success. He's here at a racetrack that he has had one of the most dominant performances in ASCA history. Season 5 here at Texas Motor Speedway. He went up after being a season off due to a suspension. He came back and lapped the entire field. here at Texas Motor Speedway. We'll see if he can even remotely come close to replicating that tonight. There's Landon Warren, number 23. He is still looking to have a decent run. He's really been having it rough. He right now holds a record with a few drivers, 3 seasons with at least 1 victory. He's trying to become one of a very few to get 4, but time is running out there for Landon Warren. Right up front of him is Noah Dagenhart. He's been here on and off throughout the season, but whenever he is here, as he just got terrorized by Connor Trafari, he always seems to have something go his way, or something go against him out on the racetrack. And speaking of Connor Trafari, where the hell is he? He just went ahead and he just towed it. Let me see if I can find him. Where is he? Because he just terrorized someone. And
he's coming out on the track. He's
coming
right behind Hyder.
Well, he's probably going to wreck him too. But I want to get your opinion here, Armani, about Connor Trafari. All the trials and tribulations, all the dramas, all the suspensions, all of the wrecks. And here he is, 28 behind Thurston in the championship. And if Thurston taught us everything, you could be 50 back and you can make it all up in one race. How are you feeling about Connor Trafari's chances here in these final 3 races?
You know, I have some personal vendetta against Trafari. You'll hear what it is later on in the broadcast. But the problem with Trafari is like he's not on that same level as like Thurston or Hyder. He is in terms of pace, but he just can't close it out. And until he can start clicking off a few more wins, because he still only has 1 on the year, that coming all the way back to Las Vegas. Until he can do that, I know it sounds harsh, I just don't see him as a factor. I need to see him win multiple races and really take it to the Thurstons and the Hyders at the end of this. I think he can rattle off top 5s and top 10s like nothing, but when you're competing with guys like who have 7 wins on the year, 6 wins on the year, you need to win. And Trafari hasn't done that recently.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at Martinsville last weekend, he was the favorite, and, you know, he couldn't even keep up with Kyle Turzak, who was a guy that, you know, we hadn't seen since Daytona. So, in all honesty, I mean, I agree with you. He's got to pick up the pace, and we'll see if that changes here tonight. Looking up ahead, we have Jason Gallagher out of championship contention. A very good year, a good returning year from his Season 1 debut with a win at Indianapolis. Looking to get a second one here tonight. Right behind him, Aiden Smith just got murdered. Aiden Smith, once again, I think he had a pretty good result over at Martinsville. He's looking to keep that up. We're going to see who else we got here on the track. We have 17 that posted a lap time. There's Chris Lilly that just got analed by Connor Trafari down in turn 2. Unfortunately, go on.
I'm going to say, I think Trafari, he's just getting all of his terrorist acts out of the way in practice.
Yeah, it's like a drug. He's trying to, like, get it all done out of the way now so he doesn't have to worry about it later. But
exactly.
Chris Lilly, unfortunately, I don't think that he's out of championship contention just yet. I think he's sitting 4th coming into tonight, but these playoffs, or this chase, has not been good for Chris Lilly whatsoever. He's been wrecking a lot. He has not been able to keep up with the competition, and Martinsville was by far his roughest point. He got involved in 2 accidents at Martinsville. One originally on lap 10, a single car accident that wasn't called, and then he got involved in the big one in one of the green-white checkers. He still has a chance, but for your 2-time champion, it's going to be a big ask in these final 3 races to go for a 3rd. I see Caden Reif over here on pit road. He has had an incredible last few starts, including a 3rd-place finish. I believe it was at Kansas a few weeks back. He is looking to continue that streak here tonight. And top of the board right now, and I want to have a conversation with you about this, Armani. Jerry Cook, once again, is top of the board here in practice. Short little bit before we go into qualifying. Do you think tonight's finally the night that he gets it done? Because anytime that he's on the track, he's always competing for the win. But even Martinsville, where he started on pole, he disconnected on lap 2 and he was out of contention.
I mean, he's got the speed. He's been up there every race. But like you said, just something always manages to go wrong for that 70 car. And, you know, maybe disconnecting while you're on pole is the lowest of the low, so it can only go up from here. But kind of in the same boat as Trafari, I need to believe it to see it. I think he's got the speed. He's definitely got the pace. But can he just make it count at the end? I mean, think of races like Dover, for example, where he nearly had on the last lap. Martinsville, like you mentioned, he started on pole. So many things have gone wrong for Jeremy Cook. Again, I think he's got the pace. He's fastest in practice. Can he convert it in the race and make the distance? That's the problem with a lot of these guys. They just can't make the distance, especially Cook. So we'll have to wait and see.
Absolutely. Looking at some other drivers here in the field. Let's see what we got. I'm looking around a little bit. There's Aiden Arevalo. He came off a really decent run at Martinsville. This has not been a particularly great season here for Aiden. He was able to make the playoffs or chase based on starts alone. He's looking to have a good run here tonight. There, uh-oh, we have a problem. We have a problem.
Arevalo. What happened?
We have a problem. Look who's in ninth at the moment.
Oh, no.
So, Brandon Sampson has made his return. Last time we saw him at Bristol, he was blinking and he wrecked himself. The race before that, he was blinking and he wrecked himself. The race before that at Auto Club, he blinked and wrecked the entire fucking field. I can only pray that Ari has fixed his internet since then. I've been told a few times this season that he's fixed it, and that hasn't happened. So, Ari, I am praying. Ari, I am praying to you, please. Tell me that you fixed your internet. Holy shit. I really need you. I need you to fix your internet, brother. I haven't seen him on the track in a little bit, so we'll see how that goes later. But I do believe that we've cycled through the whole field with about 5 minutes to go. Right now, watching Chris Lilly, Jeremiah Brooks racing on the track right now. Chris Lilly right now running 10th, Jeremiah Brooks in 13th.
Is this going to be one of those days?
I hope not, but I am very excited for this race because this is not modern-day Texas Motor Speedway. This is Legacy Texas, which, in my opinion, I've actually liked this racetrack, and I think that you're going to be seeing a lot of multi-groove racing. I just saw Chris Lilly rip it around against the wall to get past Jeremiah Brooks. And with how this track is, such high speed, such high banking, and with both turns being relatively even, I think that we're looking forward to a pretty good race tonight, Marmani.
Oh, yeah, I think it should be a really fun race, especially, like you mentioned, multiple grooves. I mean, I'll say this. These guys, for the most part, have been taking care of themselves, especially compared to the beginning of the year. So, not only as, you obviously have guys like Thurston and Hyder, that's been the story, but I think another story is how the drivers have gotten better, if you will, as the season goes on. Like, we're not having cautions every 5 laps, or actually making it a long green flag run. So I'm actually really excited for this race. And, even if they decide to shit the bed, is our friend still in the officiating booth tonight?
No. I do believe that Dunn has made his return.
I was going to say, regardless, we would have a long green flag run anyway.
Yeah, so I think that Dunn will be back here tonight. If viewers at home don't know, last week we had Aiden Roberson turn driver into official, did his first race as a lead official, and yeah, he was horrible. He was horrible. I don't think that he has yet to admit that he was wrong, even though everyone's been telling him that he's been wrong. So it's been a rough week. Aiden will never lead official a race ever again. That has been made more than clear to him. If he wants to officiate, he will have to have Dunn make the calls. So, I mean, seemingly based on how many wrecks that he missed, he probably wasn't, incorporating a lot to helping Dunn at all. But, oh well. At least he's not running the show.
He would mention the wrecks. He would probably just say that they shouldn't throw caution for him.
It's one car. Therefore, it doesn't matter if there's a car sitting right in front of the leaders. It's one car, therefore there's no caution. It's so silly.
Yeah, these are the best drivers in the world. They could just get around the car.
But we're gonna go ahead and leave that in the past. All right, I'm gonna leave.
You sound
Aiden Roberson alone. I was very angry last week. Embarrassingly so, I was angry. I was very upset. I literally went in there. There was a point I actually got in trouble a little bit with Chris because I didn't mute myself when I went into that official's call to go after him, and I said some not very nice things to him. that isn't very appropriate for the stream. So to anyone that was offended, which again I'm doubting, but to anyone that was offended, I apologize. It was the heat of the moment, and it will never happen again. And if it does happen again, I will mute myself before I do it. I promise. All right. So with 1:30 left to go here in practice, it's Jerry Cook once again, top of the board. James Thurston in second, Hyder third, Trafari fourth. I mean, what a quicker top four you can have than that. Connor Trafari fourth at the moment, 30.360. So he's about nearly a tenth off of Jerry Cook's time.
He's drifting.
Yeah, well, sounds about right. We got Noah Dagenhart in fifth, Landon Warren in sixth, Caden Reif in seventh. Gonzalez Green did set a lap. I'm unsure if he's here at the moment. He's making his return after being gone for the last few weeks. I just saw Connor get fucking assed by Aiden Arevalo. Jesus Christ.
Arevalo just finishing the job.
Yeah, now it's just, now he's just, riding him out. All right, well.
I love ASCA.
I love ASCA too. I can't wait. And, we do have... Jesus, fuck! Jesus, fuck, dude. All right, well, that's fucking... Connor just... again, as you said, Connor's just trying to get all that terrorism out of him now so he doesn't do it during the race, because he cannot afford to be terrorizing the field here tonight, that's for sure.
If Connor terrorizes the season finale, does he get suspended for the season opener next year?
Probably not, just because he's Connor. He'll probably get away with it.
So is that a blown engine, or is that a jet, or is that jet fuel?
I have no idea, man. I don't know. All right, but practice is now complete, and we will now be heading into... we'll be heading into qualifying here. And I think that for tonight's race, it's only fair that we go with the fastest guy in practice. Let's go find Jerry Cook. There he is. Let me see the count here. How many people do we have registered? Let's see. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, not me.
Better stop counting because Cook's about to get on track.
So apparently we have 19 people here. And Jerry Cook is out on the track here to start his qualifying lap.
Here we go.
All right, so I'm curious about what the line is going to be around here. I don't know if it's going to be the bottom. I'm assuming it will be the bottom, but we'll see whether he runs the top at any point. Indeed, he will here on his out lap. Try to carry some speed here through 3 and 4 before he starts his first lap.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of guys in their opening laps take the bottom, so I imagine we're going to see that during qualifying, which means as the race goes on, it'll migrate to the top. But let's see here, going to turn number 1. Yep, Cook going to look to hook the bottom, and indeed he does. Left tire's almost all the way down to the white line, but he kind of diamonds the corner a little bit coming out of turn number 2. So this should be really interesting. Let's see if he does the same in turns 3 and 4, all the way to the bottom. Nice, looking good through 3 and 4, through the tri-oval. 30.401.
That's top of the board.
About 2/10 off his practice lap. Let's see if he puts together another one. Yep, he's going to keep it going.
Here he comes down the backstretch, heading towards turn 3 right now. He's top of the board, 30.401. Dagenhart only 7 1/1000ths of a second off that pole lap. I think that really he has to improve. Here he comes.
Really nice 3 and 4 for Cook. 10th off. Stays on top.
And that's a 10th improvement right there. 30.320 for Jerry Cook. That's the final lap that everyone has to beat. A very good one at that. Right now, Noah Dagenhart runs second. Jason Gallagher in third. Let's see if we can find one of our championship protagonists here. I'm watching James Thurston right now as he's coming around the racetrack. I believe that this will be a first lap here for James Thurston. Let's see what it looks like.
Ooh, just a few hundredths off pole.
Well, he's got to go again here on a second lap. We'll see if he can improve right there. A lot lower through 1 and 2 than Jerry Cook on this second lap.
I thought he'd get loose considering he was literally on the apron, but no, keeps it going, makes it stick.
A little higher here through 3 and 4. I wonder if he missed the bomb a little bit. Here he comes, coming out of turn 4. He's sideways. He's out of control there. Coming across the start-finish line.
Yeah, 2/10 off.
Yeah, no improvement. That turn 3 and 4 really killed it. Gonzalez Green now in 3rd. Chris Lilly 6th. Aiden Arevalo 7th. Budimlik in 8th. Rife now in 9th. Samito 10th. Dylan Fox is in 11th. Connor Trafari just put his first lap down. That's 5th fastest.
Hyder's putting together his opening lap now.
There he is. Yep, here we go.
5.75, ninth on the charts.
Yeah, he's got to improve. He can't get away with that, especially with how the championship is. He's got to do better here on lap 2.
He really couldn't hook the bottom like Thurston or Cook did. He got a little bit lower going into turn number 2, but not as low as anyone would. Actually, he's not going all the way at the bottom at all. He's kind of slowly migrating towards the bottom and then coming up out of the corners. Let's see if that improves anything. Oh, it does! Pole position!
Wow, by 1/1000th of a second.
Wow!
AJ Hyder is on pole position. There's only 4 drivers that are registered that have not set a lap, but I'm going to be frank, I don't think any of them are going to beat that lap time. AJ Hyder is going to take pole position once again by 1/1000th of a second.
You know, I didn't think that would work considering, like, Hyder was just really high up the corner, but I kind of understand what he was doing. He was keeping as much speed as he can going into the corner and then just slowly working his way down the bottom, really diamonding the whole track, and it worked. I'm shocked it worked.
Yeah, I'm shocked it worked as well. Well, with about 20 seconds left to go, we have something very special for all of you guys. We're constantly trying to improve the stream quality a little bit, and I thought to celebrate the Lone Star.
You didn't think this?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Oh, you did? This was your idea?
Well, no. Let's keep going. But to celebrate the Lone Star State, I thought it'd be fair to bring ourselves somebody to perform the actual American national anthem. I want to welcome everyone, Armani DePaul, as the singer of our national anthem. Armani, hit it.
Oh, we're doing this. Oh,
yeah, we're doing it now. Let's go. Come on.
I need to get the song right. Hold on.
What am I paying you for?
You're not paying.
I'd like to announce before he starts that he has to do this because he sucks at fantasy football.
Shut up. All right, ready?
It's okay.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Lost too.
And I will be doing this in the Daytona Beach Sheriff's Office accent.
All right.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose bright stripes shall bright shine through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we won were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof to the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Woo! Good shit. Good shit. Man, fuck yeah, I love America. All right, well, thank you, Armani DePaul, as our honorary singer here for the Bandit Graphics 180. And look at that, he did that a lot quicker than I thought he would, which means we still have a little bit of time to go over our starting lineup. That's not the right. All right, ignore the Racing Heaven 140. It's Bandit Graphics 180. AJ Hyder on pole position here for tonight's race. Then it's going to be Jerry Cook, followed by James Thurston, Alexander Gonzalez Green, Noah Dagenhart, and then Connor Trafari. Going on to row 4 now. as I press the wrong fucking button. Jason Gallagher is going to be starting from 7th, Chris Lilly in 8th, Aiden Arevalo in 9th, and Nicholas Budimlik in 10th. Then it's going to be Jeremiah Brooks in 11th, Caden Reif in 12th, Jason Samito 13th, Dylan Fox in 14th, Landon Warren in 15th, and Brandon Sampson in 16th. Then it's going to be Aiden Smith the 4th and 17th, followed by Owen Chabinski in 18th. And then finally, at the rear of the field was surprise Wayne A. Kennedy at the caboose here for tonight's race here from Texas. And we are about to get this show on the road here. 120 laps will be the distance for tonight's race. 3 races to go here in the championship, and it's been closer than it's ever been before. AJ Hyder trying to take back the point lead from pole position. Here we go. Green flag is in the air here from Texas Motor Speedway.
Everyone clean going to turn number 1. See what this top line does early on. Like I mentioned, early in practice, everyone was using their opening laps to rip the bottom. So I'm really interested to see what the top is going to do.
Jerry Cook eking ahead into turn 3. Look at everybody sliding up the track. There is no grip on that bottom. But Jerry Cook will take the lead of this race at the end of lap 1 around the outside.
You know, I heard earlier, before we went live, that the track temperature is going to be around 115, 116.
Whoa.
So pretty high temperature. So I'm not surprised as to, you know, everyone slipping and sliding. But I will say this. Great job by Cook to get that lead on the outside. Immediately he goes back to the bottom.
I believe we might have had a little bit of issues. Yes, we have. Dylan Fox out of control in the rear. It seems like he's gotten it under control, and we keep it green. Jerry Cook with the lead. And how about Noah Dagenhart from 5th position, now up to 3rd. James Thurston is falling back. He just got passed by Dagenhart. Now he's being passed by Connor Trafari.
Yeah, this is not the start that Thurston needs. He needs to stay with these guys. Obviously, the points leader now trying to get that championship, trying to stay in championship contention. But Hyder doing what he needs to do. Thurston falling back.
Jeremiah Brooks out of control coming out of turn 2. Turn 2 seems to be a sketchy place here for these guys. First, it was Dylan Fox, then Jeremiah Brooks.
And Hyder really getting under pressure now by that 151 car. The 187, Noah Dagenhart. And that's really allowing Cook just to pull away. He's got about a 2-car length advantage over the rest of the field. And he can just kind of relax a little bit. Hyder under the pressure, but so far it's not phasing him. He's still pretty much running the race he wants.
Well, I think
I haven't really seen Hyder on the defense as much as I thought.
Well, I think that Hyder's just doing what I think that he's always been doing. He's just going to go ahead and protect that bottom, save his tires, check everybody up, force everybody to take the line that wears tires more. And then when it's time to strike, he'll have a lot more to use up compared to his opponent. Connor Trafari slamming the fence, coming out of turn 2. He is now the 3rd victim of that turn 2 wall. Jason Gallagher trying to get by. James Thurston gets by.
Almost had a little bit of an incident between him and I believe that's a Revelo. Let's see right here. No, that's oh, there's a Revelo. I'm tripping. Yeah, a little bit of an incident almost going into turn number 3. Big checkup from Trafari. Gets back in line, and now everyone's just ripping the bottom.
Yeah, right now it's a bottom feeder. Now I see that's Aiden Smith now into the fence along with Jason Samito near the back of the pack.
Yeah, really not a lot of guys are trying to make passes. It seems more just everyone's trying to find where the grip is. I mean, the bottom is really the way to go, but it's so slippery, so everyone early on is trying to go about a half car length, maybe in a full car length up on the track just to find something to use. Other than that, everyone's been pretty much taking care of each other. I think they're more worried about surviving than they are about making a pass.
Ian Smith again into the wall coming out of turn 2. He is stuck in 16th, and I think he might now have a little bit of damage on that 89 Popeyes Ford. Not going great there for Aiden Smith.
So we just saw there that Noah Dagenhart is now backed off a little bit from Hyder, and I like this decision. No need to really push Hyder, because like you said, he's probably stacking up the field. So why fall for the trap? Say, you know what? If you're going to save your stuff, I'm going to save my stuff too, because I want something for it at the end.
Absolutely. It is entirely single file throughout the field. As I say that, Jeremiah Brooks looking outside on Caden Reif. That's going to open the door for Landon Warren as they go side by side coming out of turn 4. Both of them did not qualify particularly well, especially for Landon Warren. He's trying to gain some points here so he can get a better spot in the championship a few weeks from now. They'll continue side by side through turns 1 and 2.
You know, I saw a couple guys trying to go, on that second and third lane, trying to get them going early on, and I don't think we're going to see much action until we migrate more and more up on the track. Like you said, right now everyone's just taking care of each other, saving their equipment, single file. It's kind of just a train down the bottom. But once the tires wear and once we start to see that groove really go up, a lane, 2, 3 lanes up, I think that's when you're really going to start seeing some action.
Yeah, well, that was good. And to prove your point, Gonzalez Green went ahead and abandoned a spot. Look at Landon Warren sideways coming out of turn 2. And I saw 2 guys hit the wall in the middle of the straightaway. That's both Owen Chabitsky and Aiden Smith. That's the 3rd time that he's hit the fence. A lot of grip being lost down that back straightaway. There's Jason Samito hitting the wall coming out of turn 4.
And, these cars aren't easy to handle at all,
Whoa! Owen Chabinski, sorry to interrupt you, but Chabinski almost dumped Jason Samito going into turn 1. He saves the car, left rear damage for the 94, and now there's Jeremiah Brooks into the wall coming out of turn 2, and you can see these guys, they're drifting down the back straightaway. Landon Warren will finally get past the 51.
And that goes into what I was going to say, is that these cars are out of control. We've seen it all season long, how these things are a handful to work around. And, you got high temperatures, a slippery track. It's just a recipe for what's going on right now.
Looking at our weather conditions on stream, right now 74 degrees out today, 115 degrees on the track surface. It's a tough racetrack out there, Armani. You mentioned it earlier, this track is red hot.
Yep. And that's what you're seeing right now. I mean, these cars got a lot of horsepower, not a lot of aerodynamics, and you got a slippery track as well. I'm surprised we haven't had a caution yet. I'm surprised we haven't gotten someone spin out, although we've had a lot of close calls.
Caden Reif inside on Aiden Arevalo. This is for 9th. He's not able to do much with that, though. Arevalo is going to carry the speed around the outside. And once again, look at Caden Reif trying to now go to the outside on Aiden Arevalo. Arevalo, again, is trying to block him, forcing that 97 all the way up near the wall. Major defensive driving there from the 09.
Tell you another thing, too. We got a battle for the lead heating up. Hyder is pulled away from the rest of the field, and he is staying put with Jerry Cook, only about 2-3 car lengths ahead. I imagine both of these guys are saving their stuff. I don't think Cook is really pushing it as opposed to Hyder. We know he's probably saving his stuff, but this is going to be a really interesting development as to these two battling for it. Cook trying to get that monkey off his back. Hyder trying to retake that championship lead. This should be a really fun fight.
Yeah, and Jerry Cook wants to win so badly. It feels like every time I talk to him post-race after a win fell out of his grasp, he feels like he's just getting worse and worse when it comes to his desperation. During times like this, I would just try to relax, because at this point, the only thing you can do is relax. Because what Hyder strives on, what he begs on here, is for the driver ahead of him to fall into that pressure, begin to use up those tires as much as possible to stay away from him while he sits there and lets those tires cool. Right now, he's got to do the same thing Hyder's doing. That's just relax.
I mean, that's all you can do right now. I mean, don't push it. You got an advantage on second place on the rest of the field. Just take care of your stuff and see yourself to the end. That's been his issue all year long, is that he's got the speed, but he just doesn't make it to the end. He's got to survive all 120 laps, and then he can have a shot. So that's the first thing that should be on his mind, is just clicking down laps.
No, and that is going to be James Thurston on the move. He's passing Noah Dagenhart. He has cleared Noah Dagenhart. Dagenhart's going to split between Connor Trafari and James Thurston, try to perform a crossover, but it isn't going to work. James Thurston is now beginning to push. He has passed Noah Dagenhart. Connor Trafari is trying to follow suit.
Thurston's another guy that got that. We talked about it with Hyder and Cook. They just need to relax. Thurston, he needs to move. He's got the championship lead. He's within striking distance of Hyder, but, I mean, you look at the gap between himself and the 24. It is a big deficit. Thurston did not have a good start to this race, so now he's just playing catch-up. So, And the deficit for Thurston is going to be that he's going to have to use up more of his equipment. So, I mean, unless he just plans on just relaxing here, it's like, okay, I'm only one spot behind Hyder, and that's what he needs to focus on. But if he wants this win, he's got to go, and he's got to go now.
Connor Trafari got out of control again down the back straightaway, and that's only going to become a more prominent feature of these guys just losing the back end when they're going in a straight line. The more that these tires wear, Connor Trafari trying to get past Noah Dagenhart. He has a good run here down the front straightaway, but Dagenhart's going to plant that car in the middle of the track. Connor has nowhere to go.
And, you know, Trafari, again, like I said, he needs to prove that he can win.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's got the speed. He's even up there at the end, but he's up there for a top 5 or a top 10. I mean, we talk about Martinsville as his best chance to win. He couldn't even get it done there. He lost to Thurston, so he's got to prove that he can win another race. He's got to prove that he can put the pressure on the championship leaders if he wants to be in that discussion. Until then, he's just going to be kind of in that same realm with Lilly and others, where in Arevalo, where, you know, he's up there, but he's not really going to be a true threat like the two juggernauts.
Well, he's trying to prove it right now. He has passed Noah Dagenhart with ease. Up to 4th place goes Connor Trafari. While that was going on, Jason Gallagher slammed the fence coming out of turn 2. Lost 2 spots to Chris Lilly. Alexander Gonzalez-Green. He might lose another one here to Caden Reif coming out of turn 4.
Yeah, he's been falling slowly but surely throughout this run. And, you know, maybe he used a lot of his stuff. Remember, he was right on the back bumper of Hyder, and, like, actually he was trying to push it, getting a couple passes done. And I think we're starting to see a lot of his equipment starting to go away. Yeah.
He hits it again, loose down the front straightaway. And he's going to lose a spot to Aiden Arevalo. He'll try to perform a crossover side by side ahead of him. Alexander Gonzalez-Green and Chris Lilly are going at it for 6th place.
Yeah, I mean, overall, the field has been pretty tame for the most part. You got a bunch of guys, you know, that are taking care of themselves, but no one's really trying any risky passes or risky moves. It's just, if they got it, they're going to get it done.
Yeah, so far Landon Warren saves the car. Got loose down the back straightaway, holds on to the thing. A good job there by Landon Warren. Right now, the order is as follows. Jeremy Cook and AJ Hyder have pulled away to nearly 3 seconds over James Thurston. Jerry Cook is not falling into the pressure. In fact, Hyder is having trouble keeping up. The gap is 7/10 now between Jerry Cook and AJ Hyder. 3rd is James Thurston. Hounding him down is Connor Trafari. Then it's going to be Noah Dagenhart. Alexander Gonzalez-Green. Chris Lilly out of control down the back straightaway. Cannon Reif on the move. Then it's going to be Aiden Arevalo. Jason Gallagher ending the top 10. That's going to be Landon Warren, Nicholas Bunamlick, Jason Samito side by side, Dylan Fox, Jeremiah Brooks. That is for 14th place. Aiden Smith struggling tonight in 16th. Owen Chabinski 17th. And Wayne A. Kennedy tailing off the field 14 seconds behind the leader.
Pretty tame.
Overall, yes. I'm shocked.
Kind of surprised no one's tried going to the top yet. You know, even a guy like Hyder, you know, maybe he can find something up top and try to close down that lead. But, no, he's just ripping the bottom.
I think that we'll see that surely later on in this run. I can't imagine that these guys are going to go the entire run running the bomb. I saw in practice some of them fiddling, farting around with that. I'm sure that they'll figure something out. Alexander Gonzalez-Green continuing to move up. He passed Lilly a few laps ago. He has now passed Noah Dagenhart with ease. He might be on one of the best tires here on the track as he tries to chase down Connor Trafari.
Yeah, we got this little breakaway, you know, at the top 2, and got a little bit of a train. The problem is, and this is kind of been a Texas issue really for all configurations, is that the field it's weird. It's like they get spread out to the point where it's like they're close enough to where it looks like they can make a move, but they're still with like 1 to 2 car lengths to where it's like they can't really get that run. And with everyone running the bottom, it's kind of hard to gain those runs because everyone's doing the exact same thing.
Yeah, well,
so that's what I'm saying. I'm surprised. Now, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. You were talking.
Well, Jafari's actually helping me out here, but he's getting really loose, so I think he's about to negate my whole point. But Jafari went up, you know, in turns 3 and 4 to that second lane, and, you know, that's what I expect we're going to see a lot of these guys do is, you know, to try to get some speed, And even look at Gonzalez Green here. He went about a half car length up on the track, trying to get a little bit of clean air, trying to find something. And so far, it's working right now. Let's see what he does here against Trafari.
Going into turn 3, Gonzalez Green is on the back of Connor Trafari. The story of Gonzalez Green is interesting. He started his ASCA career in preseason Thunder with a second-place finish, and conveniently, the way he got there is by saving tires at Charlotte, just like how he is doing now. Here he goes to the inside. Caution is out on the speedway, looking for the accident. And I see a lot of damage for, not damage for Jeremiah Brooks. It's, oh, god damn it. It's Owen Chapinski. Shocker.
Oh no, what happened?
Well, he was alone, supposedly, when this happened, so I can only imagine he wrecked himself. Yep, that's exactly what he did. Jesus Christ. So going down to turn 1, I apologize for, well, actually, hold on just a second. Hold on. There was some... Was there an accident before this? Because I know no, they didn't. There wasn't. They just... Oh, so sorry about that. Aiden Smith. What are they doing back here? Sorry, I'm trying to understand all this. So, the first thing that happens is Aiden Smith wrecks himself right here. Okay. So going to turn 3, he wrecks himself, goes up against the fence. All right. And then Owen Chabinski loses control down the front stretch. This is on lap 25, coming to 26. He's just completely out of control with the car. Down the front straightaway, he nearly wrecks himself on lap 26, goes on the apron. And Wayne A. Kennedy slams the fence down to avoid him. Jason Samito's having problems too. And then, I think we have to wait another lap. Going to turn 1, he's going to hit the wall going down to turn 1. And does he just wreck himself? Yeah, he just wrecks himself. Jesus Christ. Yeah, he just completely wrecked it. Jesus Christ. He almost took out Wayne, too.
I mean, he was loose for that entire lap. Like, he even got into the wall.
Yeah,
but I don't know what he was. Maybe he was trying to challenge Robinson.
Maybe he was trying to challenge what he did last week. Maybe that's what he was trying to do. I mean,
yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that was all about. But pit stop's underway here. This is a replay, so we'll be a little behind. It's going to be Jerry Cook coming in. I believe everybody will be coming in. Indeed, they will. Let's see who comes out first off the pit road. It is AJ Hyder beating Jerry Cook out of the pit lane. That's huge.
It's pretty convincing, too. There's a good gap between the 24 and the 70. Did something go wrong with Cook during the pit stops, or did Hyder take, like, tires?
Let's take a look here. So, Cook might have overdrove. Let's see. Yeah, did he? No, he got in his box. I will say he slid into it a lot. Yeah, I mean, AJ's was a lot smoother than Cook's. So it's possible that the pit stop started a lot later. But they all took 4 tires. They came off at pretty much the same exact time. So I think Cook might have lost a little bit of time on entry to onto his pit stall. And that's where AJ gained all that time.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I got some look at the chat right now, and Leah is Leah's trying to get your attention.
So here's the thing. That's my sister talking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why she's saying gay ham.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real. Well, welcome to ASCA, Gavin's sister. Unfortunately, you were not here for the wonderful singing of the national anthem.
Yeah, she wasn't, because she's lame and stupid. But anyway, enough about... Yeah, we are. Here we go. Coming back to the green on lap 31. It's going to be the same exact order on the front row as before. We'll see if things go differently, and they will go differently. Green flags in the air, and the top 2 on the bottom line are storming away. Your championship protagonists are in the top 2 spots, going down to turn 1.
That was not a good, that was not a good start for Cook at all. He took a long time to get going, completely out to dry from Hyder and Thurston.
In the back, Budimlik and Dagenhart. We're going 3 wide into turn 3 with Dylan Fox, Aiden Arevalo, and Noah Dagenhart. They'll settle that all about while the battle for the lead commences.
Okay, now we got some action going.
Lap 32, Hyder for the first time since the start of the race is at the front. James Thurston second, Jerry Cook falls to third, and he's under a ton of pressure now from Connor Trafari. He's going to have a look to the inside coming out of turn 2.
Cook got a little loose in the middle of the corner. That's probably what allowed Trafari to get underneath. But Cook has been good at ripping the top. Let's see if he can hold on to it. No, he's just going to concede the position to Trafari, and the top 3 in the standings are the top 3 in the race.
Well, that's going on. Chris Lilly on the move. Gonzalez Green passed him earlier. Lilly's going to take it back. Lilly with the dive to the inside. Gonzalez Green will give up the spot, and Chris Lilly moves up into the top 5.
So a couple guys aren't doing what they did the last time, which is just staying on the bottom and taking care of themselves. Now we're seeing a lot more action this time around.
Yeah, we're a little later on the run. These guys have had the opportunity to go ahead and learn this racetrack, and I think that this battle is going to go on for quite some time. AJ Hyder is not getting away from James Thurston one bit. That's his championship rival trying to make a statement.
So let's see what Hyder does here. Like you mentioned, he's probably going to back up Thurston to take care of his equipment, but I don't think Thurston is going to allow that at all.
No.
Thurston's the kind of guy that he's going to look anywhere around the track to try to get this lead, especially that he has the lead in the championship. He's going to want to hold on to it. And right now, the only way to do so is get that lead.
Yeah, Thurston.
He's just lead like 5 times.
Yeah, Thurston doesn't have a choice here. He's got to go. Thurston has not been able to keep up with Hyder throughout this chase so far, to the point where he was nearly 60 points behind before Martinsville. This opportunity that he got after his win at Martinsville is one that he needs to take now. Here he goes to the inside, down the backstretch for the lead.
Went to turn number 3. Let's see what happens. Hyder just looks like he's going to concede the position. He goes way up on the racetrack, and Thurston is going to clear the 24 for the race lead.
But Hyder's coming back with a huge run. Here he goes. Crossover move to the inside, going down to turn 1.
Thurston, is he going to overdrive it? He does just a bit. Clears Hyder once again. Doesn't give the 24 chance.
Now what does Thurston do? Thurston can either choose to keep pushing, pull away, or try to pull the Hyder move and just back up everybody. If I'm Thurston, maybe consider backing up a little bit. Try to match Hyder's pace a little bit.
I like that idea. Give Hyder a taste of his own medicine. Maybe even give Hyder the opportunity to think, maybe I can go in for this guy. He already tried it just a little bit of, about a lap ago. So maybe give Hyder a taste of his own medicine.
Right now, single file throughout most of the field. And when I mean most of the field, I mean entirety of the field. The closest battle is Ian Smith in second to last, trying to get around Dylan Fox and his fucked up 89. But it seems like...
a phenomenal battle.
Yeah, but it seems like for the most part, people have went ahead and gotten back in the line, and we're going to go back to saving until later on in the run.
Yeah, I think everyone right now is just going to take care of their stuff. Don't need to push it.
As I say that, here comes Jeremiah Brooks trying to do a 2-1 on the outside, trying to get around Aiden Arevalo. Arevalo gets sideways coming out of turn 2. They'll continue side by side. Jeremiah Brooks is the only one I've seen all day that's went up towards the wall and is making it work.
And I think a bunch of guys are going to see that as well, especially as we go later on into this run. They're going to see Brooks making that top work. And keep in mind, maybe a guy like Hyder, he's getting that in his ear that it's working. So you're going to imagine that people are going to take advantage of it.
Absolutely, but Brooks has been struggling all day to keep up. I imagine that this is not anything tire saving related. He does not care about that. He wants to go. He's past Aiden Arevalo. Now he's putting pressure on Noah Dagenhart, who has fallen off a cliff since the restart.
We're all single file. Everyone's kind of calmed down as of now. Hold on. Looks like Warren, he's going to take a peek to the inside. And take a look at that. The stack up from Dagenhart just completely pushing everyone behind him.
Yeah, Jeremiah Brooks, Arevalo nearly bumper to bumper as they go towards turn 3. And that's going to open the door for Landon Warren to look to the inside on Arevalo. That's going to be for 12th place.
So, other than that, though, I mean, I think the drivers, they've I haven't seen a lot of incidents where, they're going to the wall. And as I say that, hold on, we got to go back to the lead. There is a battle. Hyder on the inside of Thurston.
Down the backstretch going to turn 3. Thurston will shut the door. Hyder now on the attack. We'll see how Thurston responds. He seems to be responding in kind so far, being able to handle the onslaught of attack here from AJ Hyder. Hyder has another run here down the front straightaway. He's got a peek to the inside, but he'll stay in line going down to turn 1.
I told you, this is what Thurston's going to do, give Hyder a taste of his own medicine. So far, that's exactly what he's doing. And keep in mind, if something happens with these two, you got Connor Trafari in the background.
Side by side into turn 3. Hyder now has a complete car to the inside on the preferred line, and he'll be clear coming out of turn 4. AJ Hyder back to the front on lap 43.
Yeah, Hyder just pushed Thurston up on the track. Really liked what I saw from Hyder there. He forced Thurston to take a line that he was not comfortable with taking just yet, and that pays off with getting the lead back once again.
Yeah, and I'm wondering how well Thurston saved up his stuff while leading in the clean air, because it didn't seem like he was able to defend very well from AJ Hyder once he got down to the inside. Whether that was his tires screaming for grip or him letting him go so he can save them for later, I'm noticing Thurston's a lot higher coming out of these corners, and Hyder's beginning to pull away.
Yeah, I thought Thurston would be saving his stuff, considering that Hyder wasn't really pulling away from Hyder. But I guess Hyder is just that good at saving his equipment to where it doesn't matter. He's still going to find a way.
Speaking of tires, Jeremiah Brooks, who was running the wall earlier, he's out of control down the backstretch. He's lost a spot to Aiden Arevalo, and Landon Warren is now under pressure from Jason Samito. That's for 13th place. Aiden Arevalo is now under pressure from Landon Warren as he's trying to hold him off around the outside.
It's really interesting just to see a guy like Hyder, what he's able to do with saving his equipment. A lot of these guys like Thurston or Trafari, where we say that they just push it, balls to the wall all the time. Hyder's the exact opposite. He takes care of his equipment, but he still always finds a way to get up to the front.
Landon Warren inside. We'll see if he can hold it. Arevalo's been ripping that fence, and it seems to be working. He's going to hold on to him once again. But to get back what you were saying, Armani, I agree with you that AJ Hyder really needed Thurston to use up his stuff, because now look at this, 0.6 of a second after a short couple of laps.
The thing is that, it forces everyone to use up their equipment because, Hyder, he's so good at what he does that they don't really have a choice. They can't afford to save their stuff. They got to find a way to get by that 24, get by him fast, because while the 24 is saving his equipment, he's just going to kick the gas and he's going to go.
Connor Trafari under pressure here from Jerry Cook. Cook has not had a good restart. He fell from 2nd to 4th, and he's been stuck behind Trafari this entire time, trying to get back through, but Trafari is not lending him much at all. Cook's forced to run some uncomfortable lines here to try to gain a run on him.
He's doing a decent job. He's right on the back bumper of that 9 car, and looks like he's going to take a peek through the tri-oval. Yes, he is, and let's see what he can do here going into turn number 1. Side by side, Trafari on the outside. He's going to try to hang with the 70, but can't do it just yet, but he's going to dive in the corner just a bit. Is it enough to get a run down the backstretch?
Yeah, well, that's going to be Jerry Cook up the 3rd, and with Thurston beginning the struggle, the gap between him and Hyder is now 0.8, and look how closely Cook is approaching. Cook definitely has the better tire than Thurston. We'll see how Thurston responds to this attack by Jerry Cook.
Yeah, Jeremy Cook, he's probably been saving his stuff as well, because he was a far distance from Trafari, and now look at the pace he's running, a 32 basically flat, compared to Hyder, who ran a 32.1. So right now, the 70 car is faster than the leader.
Yeah, but
that's with the clean air.
Yeah, but that's the difficult part here. If he wants to catch Hyder, he's going to be forced to use up his tire more than he's probably comfortable with. But at this point, you got to try everything here if you want to recover from that bad restart. He is approaching the back of Thurston here for 2nd.
Well, we talked about it earlier. That's what makes Hyder so dangerous, is because he's so fast and while saving his equipment, that forces everyone to have to use up more of their tires, and that only benefits Hyder because later on, if there's a long run, he's just going to pull away like he's doing right now.
Cook inside into turn 3. Thurston trying to stay there on the corner panel, but there's not enough grip in that 096. There's Jerry Cook moving up into second place. Now he has a 1 second gap between him and Hyder that he's got to close.
This part of the race is almost the exact opposite for Thurston as the beginning. Thurston struggled early on and got better as the run went on. This time he got hot early and he's struggling late.
Yeah, now Connor Trafari's on the move. Thurston's tires are falling apart on that 096. He's begging for a caution or at least a open pit window so he can come in and get some 4 fresh Goodyear tires. But things are not going great for him right now.
One guy's coming on the pit road.
I believe that's Dylan Fox. Also, Jeremiah Brooks is off the track. I believe that he has parked it.
Yeah, he's out of the race.
Yeah, he's gone. So I don't know what happened there with Jeremiah Brooks, but he is now out of the race after some impressive moves on that last restart.
So we'll see what Thurston does here. I imagine we're going to get another run once the tires start. Everyone comes on the pit road. But, I mean, it seemed like in the first start he was more concerned about saving his equipment and getting early. But I think he saw the opportunity to get after Hyder, and that's when he changed his mindset. So we'll see, after they come make their next pit stop, what it's going to be for that 096. Is he going to push it again, or is he going to save his stuff? Because right now he is struggling.
Well, I'll tell you somebody that isn't struggling. That is Jerry Cook. He has cut the lead between him and AJ Hyder in half. He is coming quick. I think that we're going to be looking forward here to an exciting battle for the lead here very shortly.
Yeah, he's been consistently faster than that 24, knocking out 10th after 10th after 10th. Last time around, he was a 10th faster than Alexander Hyder, so he is coming. And we talked about it, Jeremy Cook, so many opportunities all season long to get a win. He has yet to do so. If there's anyone that's earned the right to be desperate for a win, it's Jerry Cook.
Man, I don't know, the idea of him finally getting a win. You guys can't see it, but it brings a little smile to my face. Jerry Cook's one of the more popular drivers here at ASCA. He has a lot of fans, a lot of friends that watch these broadcasts every week, and a lot of people that cheer him on afterward. And they know how much he has struggled. So many races, I can just think off the top of my head, that have went away due to one bad accident. Maybe even one disconnect, like it was at Martinsville. But it seems like for the first time, and I don't want to have a commentator's curse right now, but it seems like for the first time all season long, he is in control, because he is now within a quarter of a second of AJ Hyder here for the lead.
So what you're saying is if something happens, then we're going to blame you.
Yeah.
Well, here we go. Coming up onto lap traffic is the leaders. Let's see how this affects this battle for the lead. But Cook, he is hounding down that 24.
Well,
look how close he gets going to turn 3.
Owen Chabinski up against the fence. He's going to let the leaders go, and the battle will commence. But you said, Armani, he is closer than he's ever been. This is the first time that he has been the attacker tonight. Every other time, he's had to defend from AJ's attacks, and he succeeded every time. Now he's got to do something different. He's got to pass Hyder straight up.
32.294 last time around for the 70. From 24 to 32.355. Just knocking off 10th after 10th. Look how close Cook gets going into turn number 3. That's where he makes up a lot of time. And this time, he is going to continue that all the way around the corner. Man. 32.4 for Hyder, and this time for Cook, we are seeing a 32.3. Again, just knocking out 10th after 10th. He is all over the back bumper of that 24 car.
What I'm sure Hyder's doing right now is Hyder's definitely trying to park it down there on that bomb. He wants Cook to use that top, because if you go up top, you're burning more of your stuff. But look at Cook. Cook is completely unfazed. Cook is almost content with just staying in line behind Hyder while he continues to defend.
And that time, Hyder went to the top about half a car length off the bottom. Cook, he was ripping that white line. So I think the 24 is feeling a little bit of pressure. He's trying to diamond the corner, get a better straight line entry. And Cook, he's just ripping the shortest way around the track. And so far, it looks like it's paying off for that 70. He just needs to find a little bit of a nose inside of Hyder to make the pass.
Hey, can you get a time check on third place Gonzalez Green? Because he has whipped by both Trafari and Thurston in quick succession.
When did this happen?
This happened a little bit ago while we were watching the battle.
I'm going to go back and I'm going to see how this happened, because this had to happen a few laps ago.
While that's going on, battle for the lead continues. 2/10 here. It seems like that Cook has stalled behind the back of the 24. Whether this is out of choice or because the speed's beginning to go away. Hyder's coming to pit road. Cook, I believe, did try to slow down, but he's going to keep going. Hyder is going to abandon ship, and he's coming to pit road. Green flag pit stops are underway.
And if Cook slowed down trying to get on the pit road, then that is going to be huge disadvantage and a benefit to AJ Hyder. Yeah, I don't think Cook was trying to get on the pit road.
Yeah,
just
he wasn't.
Quite, but you could tell he was.
No, he wasn't.
Like
He wasn't. I
was gonna
overreacted.
say, like,
But now
yeah.
Cook's got pit now. You cannot allow Hyder to stick around here with fresh tires. And yes, here he comes. Because I know a few weeks ago, might have been Kansas, I don't remember. But he came in and tried doing a long green flag run. It didn't work out for him. Tonight, you can't pull that. You got to come in immediately to counter against Hyder.
Yeah, I don't like that in lap for Cook. He had to slow down a lot for Hyder coming on the pit road, and I think that's going to cost him.
Gonzalez Green comes to pit row along with Aiden Arevalo. Trafari, Lilly, Budimlik, Chabinski, Warren, they've all come in. Thurston, Dagenhart, Reif, Gallagher, Samido have all stayed out, and they're going to continue to stay out. I think we might have some guys that are trying to go long here. Right now watching Thurston, here comes Hyder to try to pass him. While Cook is back on the racetrack already. There he is on the apron. And Hyder is going to get by coming out of turn 2.
Yeah, it was the slowdown. Just the slowdown coming, trying to avoid hitting Hyder. That's what cost him. Because look at the advantage now for the 24 on the 70.
Yeah,
and it doesn't help the fact that Thurston, he's on the bottom as well. And he had to kind of abort ship kind of at the last second. So an unfortunate set of circumstances for Jerry Cook.
Yeah, not good at all there for Jerry Cook. He has work to do. The gap is, I believe, 1.5 seconds. So he's got some work to do if he wants to get back up to Hyder. I would imagine that Hyder might try to back it up a little bit, force Cook to come to him while saving his stuff. We've seen him do that again against Thurston. So we'll see how that goes. Thurston continues to stay out on the track, but that's going to change now. He's going to come in from the lead. And Jason Gallagher will stay out on the track. He'll get a bonus point for leading the lap.
And I talked about it earlier. This is what makes Hyder so dangerous. Once he gets that lead, and he can just take care of his stuff, force everyone to use up their equipment to get up to him, and by the time they get to the back bumper, Hyder just turns it on and just pulls away.
So right now, it's sticking to about a second here between AJ Hyder and Jerry Cook. He'll probably stay that way. Jason Gallagher stays on the racetrack. It looks like he'll stay on the racetrack until he has no choice but to pit. Banking on a yellow, I can only suppose. And that seems to be the case for Jason Samido as well.
It's like another lap down. I want to say that's Chabinski.
Yeah, that's
Ooh,
Chabinski. That's up against the wall. That's a very dangerous spot for Chabinski to be. I don't know why they aren't parking him, because he is going dangerously slow around the racetrack. He is not turning that car. He's wall riding the corners.
Yep, that sounds like OJ. That sounds like something you do.
Yeah, this is not good. I think, Chabinski's coming onto the apron. If I were him, I'd park it now. I mean, you are a lap down already. You're limping around the track with a fucked up car. I would just park it now. Save yourself the trouble.
Did he come on the pit road already?
Maybe, but if not, he's coming in now.
Yeah, I was going to say. Apparently slides going into pits.
Thurston did not have a good pit stop. He fell back, or he didn't have a good pit stop, but his strategy did not work out. He fell outside the top 10. He has just passed Caden Reif to get back in it. Now it's going to be the launch through the field here to try to make up some lost time. He's past Caden Reif. He has Nogan Dagenhart up ahead.
He's going from bad to worse for Thurston. Again, he couldn't afford a bad run with the championship lead at stake. And so far, this middle portion of the race has not gone his way.
Yeah, well, I think that what he was hoping for was either a yellow as he goes to the inside on Noah Dagenhart makes up that pass. Or I think what he's hoping for is that by pitting later, he'll have a bit of an advantage. And clearly he does have an advantage, but he's also 10 seconds behind AJ Hyder and Jerry Cook. He's probably going to have to burn through whatever advantage he has just to get within a smidge of him.
And again, this just benefits Hyder. Just take care of your stuff, force Cook to use up his equipment, and you got your championship contender who's having a rough night. So far, at 24, he's had about as good of a night as you can get.
Besides for that minor setback at the start where he was just stalled behind Jerry Cook, he couldn't go anywhere. Once he got to the lead, he has not looked back. So far, so good there for Hyder. Cook now within 0.4 of a second here for the lead. Connor Trafari in third. Gonzalez Green in fourth. As Gonzalez Green approaches the back of Connor Trafari for third. We'll watch that a little later. Chris Lilly now in fifth. And this has been an incredible recovery drive from Nicholas Budimlik. He's about to get past here from Thurston very shortly, but he was outside the top 12 during that first run. He was struggling. He has turned on the jets here, and while he'll get past here for sixth now from James Thurston, holding up to a top 10 is a good run for him. James Thurston now in sixth, Budimlik seventh, Dagenhart still in eighth, Caden Reif in ninth, Dylan Fox is one lap down. Then it's going to be Landon Warren in 10th. Aiden Arevalo 11th. Jason Gallagher's strategy of staying out has not worked out for him. He's fallen all the way back to 12th. Wayne A. Kennedy in 13th. Dylan Fox 14th. Jason Samito in 18th. We have 15 cars on the track as of right now. I believe Aiden Smith has parked the car along with Jeremiah Brooks, and I'm hoping that Owen Chabinski will join them shortly. While I was going through the field, Gonzalez Green has passed Connor Trafari for third place.
Yeah, we got a good battle here for the third spot. Gonzalez Green was working all over the back bumper of that 9 car. And Trafari, he is so loose. And Gonzalez Green, he's just been so smooth.
Here we go. Speaking of running on people's bumpers, here comes Jerry Cook on the bumper of AJ Hyder through 1 and 2. He's now to the inside through 3 and 4. Here's the battle for the lead.
Is this what Hyder wants? Is he just saving his equipment, forcing Cook to use it?
Well,
or does Cook even care?
I mean, here's the deal. I don't think he wanted him to go to the inside no matter what, because that's forcing Hyder to run an uncomfortable line. Hyder trying to hold things stationed on the outside. They'll continue even down the back straightaway as they head towards turn 3.
Hyder using that top. Will it work? Cook ripping the bottom. So far, dead even. Cook with a little bit of an advantage, but Hyder, he's going to use the momentum on the high side, avoids the wall. Coming across the start-finish line, the 24 takes the lead.
Yeah, right now, Cook is staying on that bottom. This is definitely not what Hyder wants. Hyder's forced to run that top, though. Here he comes. They're going to be really close. Cook has to check up. Out of control coming out of turn 2. An incredible defense there from AJ Hyder to hold on to the lead.
He's making it work, but Cook already coming back to strike. Look at the time he made up in the middle of the corner.
Yeah, that was not ideal there for both Hyder and Cook. Hyder wanted him to run the top, couldn't make that work, and Cook wanted to pass him, and he couldn't make that work either. Now they're back in the same place they were before, losing a little bit of time to the people behind.
But I mean, I'll tell you what, this also helps Hyder because now he knows that top can work, and that's going to, a lot of guys in the field are going to see that. They're going to see that you can get the lead with L1 all the way up to the top of the track. I think that pass for the lead that Hyder did is going to have a lot of ramifications because now you're going to have a lot of people confident that they can make the top work.
Uh-oh, we had contact. James Thurston, Chris Lilly made contact down the front straightaway while they were battling for 5th place. I'm going to take a quick look at the... They were going at it again. Here's a replay. Turn 3. I'm wondering, was there any pretense for it? No. Thurston going into turn 3 is going to give a bump to the back of Lilly, get him sideways, and coming out of turn 4, Lilly's going to try to... Did he door him? What happened here? Yeah, Lilly tried to door him and almost wrecked himself.
Well, that's uncharacteristic from Chris. He kind of has that mindset of Hyder just keep things quiet. And there, he just lost his cool up and almost cost him.
Were you here at Darlington by chance?
No, I was not.
Well, that is the second time that they've tangled. At Darlington, Chris Lilly got ran over by Thurston while he was on old tires. Chris Lilly responded by shoving him into the wall coming out of turn 2. So going into turn 3, Thurston just wiped him out. That's the second time that these two have gotten together this season.
Oh, okay. So these two got some history.
Yeah, he has beef with the league owner. How fun.
Yeah, phenomenal.
But yeah, right now...
Don't you just love having beef with the league owner?
I do. I think that's a really smart move.
Yeah. Just know Chris Lilly hates greatness.
Another smart move here is I think Cook is going back to doing what he did earlier, which is just setting station here about 2/10 behind AJ, trying to see if he can get some kind of advantage with the tires later. Either that, or he's trying to do everything he can to stay in touch here with Hyder as we approach the 80 laps to go, or not 80 laps to go, but lap 80 in this race, 40 to go.
I mean, I feel like that's all you can do at this point, just stay in touch with Hyder, because we've seen...
He's coming to pit road! Whoa! He's coming to pit road! Yeah, he is!
Cook?
Cook! Cook's in! He's doing something different.
I was a lap behind.
Well, Cook's coming in here very early on here in the run. So he's thinking here, I cannot beat Hyder off of pace. So what I have to do is do something different, and pitting very early here in the run is what I'm going to do.
I don't like this. I mean, they're what, just 20, 30 laps into this run?
I mean, I think that if you're going to do that, if you're going to do that, I think that he probably should. I think that what he realized, and this is only me trying to justify his decision here, as I think he understands that he's only going to continue to lose time, or at least he thinks he's only going to continue to lose time the longer he stays out. By pitting earlier, he'll be able to gain a bigger advantage. The only thing is that he is putting himself in a very bad position at the end of the race. So it's going to be a big gamble. We'll see if it pays off.
He gonna pit again? That's the only thing I can think of.
I mean, can you make it on one more stop?
I don't know.
I mean, I feel like he wouldn't do that unless he could.
Because you still got 38 laps to go. I just don't get it. It's really early.
In a perfect world, I would have probably made that move about 10 laps later. But
yeah, like even still, it's like it's not like he was a second behind Hyder. He was keeping pace with him. So maybe he wasn't going to pass him, but I like the idea of pitting soon, but that is just really early. I would have waited, like you said, about 10 laps, especially because you were, for the most part, on the same level as Hyder.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, as a little bit of an update, looking through the field, there's Jason Gallagher and Jason Sumito. Sumito's one lap down, so he's not battling for any position. But Jason Gallagher, Jason Sumito, they were the last guys to pit. They went until their tank went empty. Gallagher was in 12th. He has moved up to 7th. He has some. Well, he did have the best tires on the track until Cook stopped. But right now, he's sitting in 7th, trying to catch up to Caden Rife.
I just don't understand this strategy, especially because it looks like no one is pitting. You got a couple guys a lap down that are pitting, but like in terms of the lead lap, no one has pitted. So I really don't get this.
So here's the pace comparison. Here comes Cook inside. This is not for the lead. This is him getting his lap back here. Cook is now on the lead lap. Now he's got to find. Let's look at the actual 30 seconds. He's got to find 30 seconds over the next 35 laps here on AJ Hyder if he wants a chance to win this race. AJ will have to stop again, so that's going to help him a little bit, but you got to imagine that Cook's going to have a tall order for himself once he does pit.
He's 1.3 seconds faster with the fresh tires than Hyder, and Hyder's pitting!
Hyder's now pitting, so this is interesting here. Oh, boy. So this has completely turned on its head. Pit games are happening here at Texas. James Thurston back up to the lead due to these two basically pitting off one another. And Trafari pit as well. Trafari also pit. Everyone's pitting. Everyone's coming in.
Are we just stupid?
I mean, when did they pit last?
like 30 laps ago.
Here, check what lap they pin on. What lap did AJ pin on?
Thurston's not pitting.
Yeah, well, Thurston's not pitting because he pitted later than everyone. When did AJ pit last time?
AJ pit on lap. Trying to all these. There's a couple that like didn't count. So like lap. Oh,
here, check the times because it will.
Yeah, baby. He pit on lap 31.
Well, okay. Maybe we are just.
Wait,
stupid.
no. Lap 62.
Yeah, 62. Okay, so that's what I thought because that's when the caution came out. Yeah, so they went. I mean, even if we consider, because they pit on lap 31, that's still only 30 laps. I mean, we only went about 20 laps before they started pitting again. So this is definitely not a normal pit stop, but clearly it has worked to masterful effect. Right now, Thurston is staying out along with Lillian Budimlik, but Cook has a 5-second gap, nearly a 6-second gap on the lead.
I don't believe this. I did not think that anyone was going to bite. I thought they were just going to let Cook run out there and use all of his equipment, but no, they have taken the bait. I don't believe it.
That is incredible to witness, the pit strategy games going on, because once AJ pit, everybody came in too. Nobody cared about whatever strategy they were running before. They wanted to keep up. Arevalo hits the wall coming out of turn 2 as he tries to avoid Nicholas Budimlik, as there's almost contact between Budimlik and Gonzalez Green. He is one of the guys that is staying out right now while everyone zooms by him.
He stayed out, but he's still about a couple laps down, so.
Not Budimlik, he's in third. And Thurston and Lilly come in.
Well, let's see what this turns into. I just can't believe it. Like, I thought these guys would have waited till like lap 95, maybe lap 100 to pit and just have a dash to the finish, but no.
I mean, it's clearly coming to show just not only how difficult it is to pass here at Texas, but how dependent it is on the condition of your tires. Because Budimlik will come around here and lead some laps. He's still going to stay out on the track just to get that extra bonus point. But about 3.5 seconds now between Cook and Hyder here for the lead as we are under 30 laps to go here at Texas.
So my question is now is, how much is the disadvantage between Cook and Hyder in terms of the tires?
Well, it's not as much as it could have been if Hyder pitted 10, 20 laps later until, his tires were fully worn and his tank was near empty. Because I think at the very least, I think that Cook is absolutely at a disadvantage. No doubt about that. But I think that he has a much smaller cushion now between him and Hyder. I mean, that's only about, what, a 6-7 lap difference now? There's definitely a, discrepancy between the two, but I think it's something that's a lot more manageable.
Well, keep in mind also, is Cook saving his stuff? Because you got to imagine Hyder is to an extent.
Yeah,
he's going to push at the end.
Of course. I think that both of them are saving hard right now. You have to.
Well, let's take a look at the gap. 31.365 that last time around. 30.666. So Hyder, he's coming. He is making up a lot of time. He made up about 7/10 that last time.
Well, Hyder
31.45445, 30.8. Yeah, he's making up like 4, 5, 10, 6/10 a lap.
While Hyder moves forward to try to catch Jerry Cook, Thurston once again on the newer tires is making moves. He passed Jason Gallagher and Caden Reif up the 6th. He has about 2 seconds that he has to gain here on Dagenhart before he tries to go into the top 5. Speaking of Dagenhart, what a recovery drive here from Noah Dagenhart. He was nearly outside the top 10 about a run and a half ago, and he's found himself, due to pit strategy, back up into the top 5. It's been a good recovery drive here from Noah.
Hyder made up half a second that last time, still running in the 30s.
And keep in mind, they still have to get around Budimlik, who they're catching up to now. Budimlik is going to abandon the lead, come down pit road finally as the last car to pit during this cycle. Now Cook has the lead. 1.2 seconds is the gap between Jerry Cook and AJ Hyder.
The only thing you can hope for if you're Cook is, one, you have a decent gap to Hyder, and number two, The only thing you can hope for is that Hyder uses up his equipment trying to get by you.
Yeah, that's the only thing you can hope for at this point, because I think that the advantage that Hyder has, at least when they both came down pit road, is something that Jerry can't really fight off. Now, if AJ's been pushing while Jerry's been saving, maybe that'll be the big equalizer. But I guess we're about to find out. 0.6 of a second between Jerry Cook and AJ Hyder now.
Jesus, the gap is just closing. 31.5, 31 flat. You said 6 or 7 laps, but is it really much of 0.5?
AJ might also just be pushing that hard at this point. I mean, we're getting towards that point in the race. You don't have to stop again. So, or at least I would think you wouldn't have to. So, now it's time to put everything on the line here for this win.
I mean, is Cook getting the message, though?
Well, I guess we're about to find out. Hyder's got the run. Here he goes. Inside. Here for the lead. Down the back straightaway.
Here we go. Who's going to go to the top? It's going to be Cook.
Cook's going to go to the top. I don't think that's going to matter. Hyder back to the lead on lap 98, coming to 99. Nothing Cook could have done. Hyder on the fresher tires takes command of the race.
Yeah, you got to imagine that Cook, he's got to be saving some equipment, if any way, shape, or form. There's no way. There's no way that 6-7 laps made up 0.5.
Well, I guess
then again, this is Legacy Texas, so could be.
Yeah, well, right now, Hyder's beginning to pull away. Already 0.3 between him and Cook. As we're coming to lap 100, coming near 20 laps to go. Owen Chabinski in the way again. Why is he still on the track? Is my main question, but I guess we'll figure that out post-race. And now 0.4 between AJ Hyder and Jerry Cook. If Jerry Cook has anything left to give, he's got to use it now.
Doesn't look like he's got anything. Hyder's pulling away.
While that was going on, James Thurston continues to make moves through the field. He passed Noah Dagenhart. He's now trying to chase down Connor Trafari for third, trying to salvage something out of today.
So the gaps come down. Only about 0.2 separate between Cook and Hyder in terms of pace, but Hyder's still with the advantage.
Only 9 cars on the lead lap. That might be 10 here in a little bit. Nicholas Budimlek on the freshest tires on the track is approaching the top 2. He'll go ahead and get a lap back. Something must have happened to Gonzalez Green under his pit stop, because he is now stuck 1 lap down after being in the top 5 all race long.
Lap 101, 19 laps to go. If something's going to happen, something needs to happen, like, now. But so far, it's all AJ Hyder.
I mean, how do you think Thurston feels about this? I mean, Thurston came into today, needed to try to do anything that he can to defend his championship lead. I'm sure he's doing his best here. I think that third is going to be the best that he can do. He is approaching the back of Connor Trafari now, but surely he was hoping for more.
I mean, I get it. You know, you don't really have the same pace that the 24 does, but, you know, staying late, you know, hitting later than everyone else, especially at a track like this where it's a disadvantage. I just don't... He kind of shot himself in the foot a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah. But I think that at that point, I mean, he had been the third fastest car all race long. I mean, Jerry and AJ were running quicker than him. I'm not shocked. Here's the battle for third, though. Let's see if Thurston can salvage something out today. Going up against his rival, Connor Trafari. Connor wants to hold on to this spot. He's trying to do anything that he can to stay within the championship conversation. Although he probably needed to beat him today if he wanted any chance of that. Here comes Thurston from the top to the bottom, through the grass a little bit, as he goes towards turn 1, trying to make this pass.
Real aggressive move by Thurston to get this third spot. He's going to force Trafari to go all the way to the top. Clears. Will Trafari get a run? Yes, he will. Down the back stretch. Gains a little bit of time on that 096. Let's see what everyone does in turns 3 and 4. Thurston to the top, Trafari to the bottom.
Yeah, Trafari's trying to make something happen, but Thurston has a better race car than Trafari right now.
Yeah, I think Thurston's going to start pulling away from here. Looking at the lead, yeah, Hyder's got a 1.2 second lead over Jerry Cook.
Oh, man. That must suck if you're Jerry Cook. Once again, another race that could have been yours not coming to fruition.
Well, get a late caution, get some pit stops, right back to 0.
Well, the problem is we only have like 14 cars on the track right now. I don't think that's happening.
That's true.
Guys that are right now out of the race: Jeremiah Brooks, Aiden Smith, Landon Warren. I don't know what happened to Landon. But right now we have 15 cars still on the racetrack. Somehow Wayne is still doing laps around here in 15th, out nearly 20 laps down. Don't know how that happened, but I respect the grind nonetheless, fellas.
Yeah. That's all you can do, especially if you're Owen.
Oh yeah, Owen's still, yeah, fucking Owen's still on the track, I think. Yeah, there he is. He's about to get lapped again. For the 14th time today, Owen Chabinski is about to get lapped.
You know what? I like the hustle, OJ. I appreciate. I appreciate the hustle. Race is almost over. You got about 26 laps to go, and
yeah, not a lot happening.
I mean, let's take a look at the championship. I'm gonna say, let's take a look at the championship. Thurston coming in at a 9-point lead over Hyder. You got to imagine that Hyder, he's going to take that lead back after missing yesterday or last week. Trafari, 28 points back. Those have really been the 3 we've been talking about. But even Aiden Arevalo, he is 4th in the standings, 34 points back. He would have been a long shot, but yeah. I mean, credit to him for keeping himself in the conversation. Chris Lilly, who has yet to find victory lane this year, has been so consistent, just can't get that top spot. 40 points out. And you got Jeremy Cook, 51 points out. He's not going to be in championship contention, but still trying to get that first win of the year. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it's going to happen today. And you got Aiden Smith, 59 back, and then just everyone's just here for participation. Miles Davis, Landon Warren, Jason Gallagher, Hunter Collier. Owen is somehow still in the chase, even though he's 138 points back. Then you got Ethan Harrison and Mundros.
Well, we just got a message from Jason Semino in the chat. We actually have 14. He quit.
Oh.
And also, Wayne A. Kennedy's out. So we actually have 13.
But we still got OJ.
Yeah, we still got OJ. And then somewhere we still have Dylan Fox somewhere, I'm pretty sure. With that fucked up car. I think he's somewhere.
He's just on pit road. Yeah, he's just on pit road.
Okay, well, he might. Yeah, he's on pit road right now. Well, hopefully he comes back on the track. Come on. Coming to 10 laps to go this time by. 3 races to go in the championship. Coming to 2 after today. After tonight's race, we'll be back next week for Phoenix. We'll take a 2-week break, and then we'll be back for our championship finale at Homestead. And hopefully by the time we get there, Hyder hasn't pulled away again in the championship, because he has put on a clinic here today. An absolutely dominant performance that not even Jerry Cook could stop.
Look at these tracks coming up. I mean, you got Phoenix and Homestead. I mean, Phoenix looks like it's going to be the wild card. I mean, can anyone, who's really going to try to master that track? I mean, you're going to have Hyder, you're going to have Thurston up front. Can Trafari finally make a challenge? Especially with a track like Phoenix, where if we're going to run in the daytime, you got to imagine that the temperature is going to be high, similar to what we've had at Texas today.
So I do want to bring up one thing.
Yes, one thing.
One thing, since we don't really have a lot to talk about. Hyder was trying to go for a record this season that unfortunately, now he already broke one record. He broke the consecutive win streak of 4 races. It was previously held by Bailey Herbertson back in Season 2 with 3. He broke that. But he was also attempting to go for the record that was set last season for most wins in a season, being held by our eventual champion Diego Roldan at 10. He will be going for, preceding any cautions that might, fuck up this race. This will be his 8th win. He is no longer eligible after losing both Martinsville and Talladega to break the record, but he can tie it if he wins Phoenix and Homestead. So, at least from that retrospect, he still has a lot more to fight for besides from this championship. He's here to set records.
Well, that should make things interesting for Hyder, and that's probably why he's pushing as hard as he has.
Yeah, right
obviously
now.
He wants to get the championship lead back, but
2 seconds between AJ Hyder and Jerry Cook as we come to 6 laps to go here from Texas.
what do you got to do if you're Jerry? What do you got to do to get? You've tried everything. You have been competing with Hyder. I mean, you get the pole, but it's like it's just no matter what happens at 70, cannot find victory lane.
Well, I think that he did everything that he could. I think the moment AJ passed him before that final set of pit stops, he knew he had to pull something to stay with him. He tried. It was a valiant effort, but I just don't think there was ever anything he could have done. The moment that he messed up that restart, that first restart, and gave AJ clean air and control of the pace, it was over. It was going to be a tall battle from there.
Yeah, I agree.
Right now, looking through the field, you can see all the way in the background as Jerry Cook exits turn 2, Thurston enters turn 1. Thurston was hoping for more, but in all honesty, I think a third half today could have been a lot worse. While that's going on, we do have a battle on the track. Jason Gallagher trying to go for 6th here late on Caden Rife. They're inches from each other. Coming out of turn 2, Caden Rife trying to hold on to a 6th place finish here with just a few laps to go. Jason Gallagher is trying to continue his charge through the field. Look how sideways Gallagher is coming out of turn 4.
Trying to make it sick on the bottom. I don't know if he can do it just quite. No, he can't. Loose that entire turn.
Please,
caution.
Come on, guys. Guys, all right, listen to me, guys. You need to wreck now. Come on.
You're running out of time.
All right, guys, we need another caution. Come on. Owen Chabinsky, where's Owen? OJ.
Yeah,
I need
OJ. OJ, we forgive you. If you wreck, we'll forgive you.
Yeah, it's okay. I'll give you a cookie if you wreck yourself right now.
OJ, what are you doing? Why are you running like a normal driver?
3 laps to go. Jason Gallagher trying to set up another move here on Caden Rife. They're running the middle of the track now as these tires begin to wear. We'll see if Jason can do anything to get around the 97 with just 3 laps to go as AJ Hyder brings it to 2.
Hey, what a job by Hyder as well to miss last week. You know, apparently guys actually have a life outside of ASCA, those losers. But to come back and just put on a clinic and push away any adversity and coming away with a dominating win.
As he comes around turn 4, he's going to see the white flag, this time by 1 more lap to go here for AJ Hyder as he attempts to go for an 8th win of the season.
I mean, what more can he say? Ran a perfect race. Did everything he had to.
Everything that I've said about Hyder before, I'm going to have to say again. AJ Hyder, missing Martinsville, brought the championship back to life, but he's going to shut it all down again. Coming out of turn 4, checkered flag is in the air for AJ Hyder, an 8th win of the season. For the veteran, he wins here at Texas Motor Speedway in the Bandit GFX 180.
Blazing.
Jerry Cook once again, for what I can only imagine the 3rd or 4th time this season, will have to settle for 2nd. AJ's championship rival in 3rd. Connor Trafari in 4th. Chris Lilly back in the top 5 for the first time in a while. Caden Rife in 6th, holding off Jason Gallagher. While Noah Dagenhart settles with 8th. There is Nicholas Budimlik reversing back onto the track in 9th. I'm waiting for someone to slam into him. Aiden Arevalo finishes 10th. Gonzalez Green in 11th. Owen Chabinsky is going to finish in 12th. That's the wrong screen. Come on. Show me the right screen. There we go. Again, ignore it. It's the Bandit GFX 180. I never changed it. All right, ignore it. Owen Chabinsky in 12th. Dylan Fox in 13th. Jason Sabito 14th. Wayne A. Kennedy 15th. Landon Warren in 16th. Aiden Smith in 17th. Jeremiah Brooks in 18th. And Brandon Sampson didn't even start the race in 19th. That's going to wrap it up for the Bandit GFX 180. We'll be right back for our post-race coverage.
After here.
All right, and we're back for our post-race coverage after a fairly nice race. An all right race here at Texas. Let's go and talk to our winner, AJ Hyder, an 8th win of the season. And there was something going on the track between you and Jerry. First, I want to ask you, what was the pit strategy like? Because late in the going, Jerry Cook pulled a fast one on you when it came to pit strategy.
Yeah, for sure. But first, I want to shout out Chris Ulley for making a pretty doo-doo setup because it just underdrives all the time. And then only later in the run it gets loose. And then later it gets tight again. And then it just wasn't that fun to drive. But yeah, me and Jerry had a hell of a battle. We're basically just trying to counter each other on pitch strategies. That was basically the whole race. But yeah, I kind of had it laid out, but he kind of caught me by surprise by pitting early, so I just decided to go 5 laps later to get the tire advantage. And yeah, it did work out. And we were a little set back after Martinsville. We had to miss that one, but we're back in it.
And I want to ask you about that setback. You weren't able to make Martinsville because for some reason you put your real life over ASCA. How dare you?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I don't know why you would do that, but you came into tonight for the first time in a long time not being the point leader. What was the goal for you against your championship rival James Thurston when it came to how you were going to race him?
I mean, the goal for this race and the next 2 races we got is going to be the same. It's going to be try to be lights out, try to be perfect every week. And first part's done. We just got to execute 2 more times.
All right. Well, Hyder, I'm going to go and let you go. 8th win of the season, attempting to not only win his first championship in his 5th go at it, but also trying to tie for the all-time wins in a season at 10 that rolled on set last season. We'll see if Hyder can get it done. Good job on the win, man.
All right. Thank you, guys.
And we go from another triumphant victory to the same conversation I have with him every time I talk to him. Jerry Cook, once again.
Hello.
So close, yet not enough. Was this the closest that you think you've been to victory so far?
By far, especially compared to Dover, where I was 10 seconds off. This time it was 2, but I can't be mad this time around. At least this time I'm not coming home with the race car. I'm coming home with a clean race car. And finally getting some points in the playoffs or chase, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
and I want to ask you about that pit call right at the end. What was your thought process behind that really aggressive pit strategy move with about 40 to go?
I thought my best bet was to just pit as soon as I possibly can and just undercut Hyder and just hope that the fall off hits as quick as possible to where it just balances us out. Because I would say about 15, 20 laps into the run, everybody's fall off kind of just evens out, I guess you would say. Probably separated by a few tenths, but it would just even out. But I think the wear in this case was just, he had the tire advantage by about 5 laps, and I was already about like 1.5 off by about like lap 8 or something like that. But he was just chewing up that gap as soon as he came out of pit road, and I figured at that point my best bet was just trying to save some tire, be ready for him to catch me. But in the end, I didn't even have a battle with him. I went right up the track into turn 3, and he just went right on by. That's all I had in the right front.
All right, well, Jerry, you have 2 more races to try to attempt to go for that first career ASCA Cup Series victory. You've been so close all season long. This has been by far your closest chance at it. I'm wishing you the best of luck here, bud, in these final 2 races.
Thank you, Gavin.
No problem, Jerry Cook. Anyway, let's talk to James Thurston. Came in with the points lead coming into tonight. Needed to capitalize. Probably not the way. Probably wanted to do a little better, but how are you feeling after a 3rd place finish?
Yeah, that's about as good as I could have done. I just had no pace tonight on the long run. Just, the car didn't suit me at all. It's not a track I run a lot. I felt like I was gonna have a better chance at this than I really did, but yeah, it kind of a letdown on the pace end, but still 3rd. I lost the championship lead though, I think.
Yeah, he probably should. I've been asking everyone about pitch strategy here tonight. You were on the opposite end of Cook and Hyder. You were going a lot longer than everyone else for the most part. How do you think that worked out for you?
I think I should have gone full on with that strategy. I wasn't going to beat them using the same tires as them. I needed to go as long as I could, especially on that last run. kind of dug a hole for myself the first time I tried it because I ended up being like 7 seconds behind him at the end of that run. So I was never going to catch him, but just I think that running long on the tires would have been better. I executed it really bad though. But yeah, we still got third. At least led a couple of laps. We didn't lose out on that. But yeah, we're just going to go to Phoenix and Homestead and try to be fast.
And finally, I do feel inclined to ask this because I am a bit of a drama queen. What was going on between you and Chris late in the going? I noticed there was a little bit of contact between you once again.
I went into a turn 3, thought I was going to go low on him. He went low. I tried to go high on him. He went high, and I just kind of nudged him, and we made a little bit of contact on the front. I don't know about that. It might have just been 2 cars going for the same spot, but just fresh tires versus older tires. Got to get out the way.
All right, and that's the second time older tires versus new tires between you and Chris. I'm going to go and let you go here, James. A third-place finish, probably wanted more, but it could have been a whole lot of hell worse. Hopefully, you have a good run there at Phoenix and Homestead and make this an exciting championship battle. And go ahead and thank your sponsors while you're at it.
All right. Thank you to Power Smash Infinity Speed Motorsports, Jones Racing Setups, the ASCA Cup Series, and all of you guys for broadcasting these races, and for Chris for putting this thing on, and hopefully we can finish it out well.
All right, and that's James Thurston, everybody. Let's talk to our fourth-place finisher. Connor, you were on the outskirts of this championship, and you were the outskirts of the fastest cars with a fourth-place finish. What do you think you were missing tonight?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to say amazing shout out to Armani DePaul. That was an amazing national anthem to start this amazing race.
I hate you.
Also, another shout out to the random guy on Reddit who made this setup. It was absolutely butt cheeks. It was terrible. I hate it. Okay, back to your question. You said it's outside. Yeah. Jerry and AJ are just in another world with their speed. I couldn't really get... I tried to keep up with them, and I would just burn my stuff. I thought I had Thurston for a little bit there. At least, I think it was the second or third run. It was just whenever he had a green flag pit stop. I came out in front of him, and I held that for a while. But I just kind of executed my last pit stop not the best I could have, and he just kind of passed me. But really good. I'm still within, I think, 40 of AJ, which is what I want. Just kind of want to be there whenever he makes a mistake, maybe.
All right. Well, Connor, I want to ask you one more question. 2 races to go. You are right at you're right there of being out of championship contention. How aggressive are you going to be in these final 2 races to try to stay in touch?
Well, I feel like you have to be, for sure. Especially when you're going against AJ and Thurston, you kind of have to win and hope they mess up, they do something wrong. But I'm really just kind of focused on getting the Constellation Championship for everyone else in the playoffs, and that is 3rd place. And I think I did a really good job at that, where with Anna Revelo just having I don't even know where he was. I didn't see him all race.
Yeah, he kind of was poo-poo, not going to lie. I'll talk to him a little bit about that. And
I finished ahead of Chris, so that's all I needed. And during the testing, when we went to Phoenix, I feel like I was really fast there. So I definitely feel a little confident going there.
All right, well, Connor, I'm going to go and let you go. Not the best run in the world, still 4th, but when it comes to your championship rivals, hopefully the next 2 races go well for you so we can make this a 3-way battle for the championship. I'm being very hopeful when I say that.
You're being very hopeful.
Yeah, well.
Have a good one.
All right, you too, brother. All right, Caden Rife brings it home 6 today. Now, when it comes to Caden and Aiden, I'm going to be for real. Not a lot to ask, all right? We didn't pay much attention. The only thing I really saw from you was that you were having some battles with Jason Gallagher at the end. So I might as well just ask you to go ahead and explain your race for me.
Well, first off, if you look up Jason Gallagher versus Caden Rife, what you're going to see is 2012 Texas Jimmy Johnson versus Brad Keselowski, except mid as hell. But nonetheless, I really had a fun race today, honestly. It was a pretty good result. I'll definitely take 6th. And I just love this racetrack, you know. Legacy, Texas is so fun no matter what car we ever take here. I adore this place. And even if I finish a little bit mid, whatever, it's still really fun. It's just about having fun out there. And it was tonight. I had a lot of fun with the tires, all that good stuff, you know, just having a lot of battles, you know. It was all over the place. And just, I love this racetrack. I can't understate that enough, or overstate it, I should say. But nonetheless, I enjoyed it a lot, and yeah, just looking to try and carry that momentum. You know, I'd love to get more top fives, carry a little bit more speed, but either way, can't be mad at the result today for sure.
Dur, what do you think you're doing?
Huh?
Huh?
What?
Hi.
Hi.
How'd you do today?
I got 7th.
That's cool. Caden beat your ass.
You guys didn't hear what I asked Caden on the backstretch.
No, I didn't. What you ask?
I asked him why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7th was Jason Gallagher.
And then you threw it in the wall because you suck.
Jason. Jason, I met you in real life. You are not. You are. I know you do. I heard the can open. I can only assume you were drinking Mountain Dew. Jason, you are not a scary person. I've seen you in real life.
Bruh.
You aren't a scary person. You're like,
Bruh.
What?
You haven't seen me drive.
Good.
Oh, no.
Good. And I'm happy we're going to keep it that way, too.
Is Gavin returning to Charlotte in May?
Yeah, well, not this year, but next year.
Boo.
Yeah, I'm not going every year. You fucking kidding me? It's a long drive. I'll save that every 2 years. So everyone, in 2026, when the entire ASCA field's here. Here, let me get Aiden in here. Aiden, say something. Oh, that's fantastic. That's a great start.
Bars. Put that shit on a record.
Hi.
Sucking cock? What are you doing?
So, I mean, what?
What is happening?
You know he probably is.
What? I was coughing my lungs out the whole race.
You know, I know a certain kind of person that does that. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here for the Bandit Graphics 180. Here from Texas. There really isn't too much to sell. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.